All right, today's target will be graphing lines with X and Y intercepts. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to identify the X and Y intercepts given the graph of a line, find the X and Y intercepts given the equation of a line, and graph a line using the X and Y intercepts. So let's start by looking at identifying X and Y intercepts given a graph. Remember that the X-intercept is where the graph crosses the X-axis. And the Y-intercept is where the graph crosses the Y-axis. So if we look at our graph here, all we want to do is identify the point right here. This is where it crosses the Y-axis. This is the Y-intercept. We want to write this as an ordered pair. So the Y-intercept, the X value is 0, and we go up 3, so it's 0, 3. The X-intercept is down here where it crosses the X-axis. And that point is -4, 0. That's all we're looking for. We're looking for to identify where is the Y-intercept, and we want to write it as an ordered pair. And whenever you write the Y-intercept, the X value at the Y-intercept is always 0. 0, your Y value. If you look at your X-intercept, the Y value on the X-intercept is always 0. So it's your X value, 0. So let's use that to find the X and Y intercepts given the equation of a line. So here we have 6x minus 3y equals to 24. So if I want to find the X-intercept, I know that I'm looking for an X value, which means I know that the Y value is also equal to 0. So all I'm going to do is take my equation, 6x minus 3y equals 24. And I'm going to just get rid of this y term because I'm going to set the y equal to 0. Anything times 0 is 0. So we just ignore that y term, which leaves us with 6x equals to 24. We divide both sides by 6. And the x value at our x-intercept is x equals to 4. Now we want to write that as an ordered pair. So the x value is 4. Remember the x-intercept, the y value is always 0. So 4, 0. Now if we want to find the y-intercept, we know that the x value is now 0. So if we look at our equation this time, we're going to take our x term and we're going to get rid of that, which leaves us with -3y, making sure you keep that minus sign with the 3. So -3y equals 24. Divide both sides by -3. And so y equals -8. And we want to write that as an ordered pair. So we know the x value is 0 and the y value is -8. So our x-intercept and our y-intercept, that's how we find them both. Right, we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to use those x and y intercepts to graph a line. Remember, to graph a line, you need a minimum of 2 points. As long as you can plot 2 points, you can graph the equation of a line. So if those 2 points could be the x and y intercepts, that gives us enough to graph the equation of a line. So here we have 5x minus 2y equals -20. So we're going to start with the x-intercept. Remember, for the x-intercept, you get rid of the y term. So we have 5x equals -20. So we divide both sides by 5, and x equals -4. As an ordered pair, it's -4, 0. So if we plot that on the graph, we go -4, 0, and we have a point right there. Point is on our x-axis, which makes sense because we found the x-intercept. Now to find the y-intercept, you're going to get rid of your x. Make sure you keep that negative with the 2, so negative 2y equals negative 20. We divide both sides by negative 2, which gives us y is equal to, sorry, that should be a negative. Y is equal to positive 10. I'm sorry, guys. Negative 20 divided by negative 2 should give us a positive 10. So y is equal to positive 10. So as a point, that's 0, 10. So we're going to go to that point, 0, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is all the way up here. So now we have 2 points. So you connect them with a line, put arrows on both ends, and there you have the graph of 5x minus 2y equals negative 20. So now you've seen how we find x and y intercepts and how we use them to graph a line. I want you to try one. For this equation, I want you to find both the x and y intercepts like we did with the previous example, and I want you to write them as ordered pairs, x comma y. So you should have 2 ordered pairs, one for the x-intercept, one for the y-intercept. And once you have those 2 ordered pairs, I want you to graph the line. Pause the video now. Here's your solution. X-intercept, that is 4, 0. Y-intercept is 0, 3. So when we plot those 2 points, there's our graph. So I just want to take a moment to kind of review what we've talked about in the past 2 videos. The last video we talked about slope intercept form. And that looked like this, y equals mx plus b, where m was the slope, told you how to move, and b was your y-intercept, and it told you where to begin. So when you see a line with this equation, you're going to use our methods we did in the slope-intercept form video. And then what we talked about today is actually called standard form. And that standard form is ax plus by equals c. So when you see an equation in this form, this is when you graph by finding the x and y intercepts. You need to be able to recognize both of these equations, both slope-intercept form and standard form, and be able to tell the difference between the two so that when I give you one of these back to back, you know how to graph each of them. That is all for today. Make sure you bring your notes with you to class tomorrow so that we're ready to do our practice.